And we are live Sunday night with those guys. And Sunday night with those guys are sponsored by
Those
guys.
Good evening, everybody.
I'm sorry, I have a commercial playing while this is happening, but
Oh,
all right, there we is, and I had to
hey,
mute.
we're up.
Hey, what's up, quadcopters and tech? Smeghead, thank you for. I don't know what that is. I know it's European, but I don't I don't know how to how
It's
would
called
you
a pound. Okay, that's a euro. Oh, that's a pound. That's a
That's
pound.
5. Okay, thank you for
Yeah, that's a
5.
pound.
I didn't know
That's
if it was
5 pounds.
pounds or stones
That's
or.
more than $5, dude.
I apologize, El
Stones.
Smeghead,
I'll
because I
trade you
don't
a cow.
Hello.
the
Okay.
Thank you, El
exchange rate.
Schmeckhead.
But we appreciate you very
What's up,
much.
Welsh
I glanced
Rob? How
over
are
the
you, man?
title and thought it said Air Force One
Quadcopter and
washes
tech.
ashore. He's got jokes. What's up, quadcopters? What quadcopters and tech? Tim Jackson, Michael Blade, Asgard Studios. How's
Jackson.
everyone doing? Brant Ariels was here earlier
You?
as well. How are you, Tom? How are you, Herman?
Yeah.
What's good, Lance? How you doing there, Tom?
Beautiful Sunday. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, that's
Everybody's
right.
doing well.
The end and the beginning of the week.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Beginning of spring.
That too.
All good.
Yes, didn't spring start yesterday or something?
The equinox. Yep.
Yes.
The equinox.
Weather's starting to shape up a little bit.
Well, you got that good old New York weather, so that can turn on you. Okay.
Oh, it was 60 today. 60 plus. What did it hit today?
Flip back and forth.
Flip flop is an understatement. Stop it. Flip flop is
To
an
the next month.
Right now it's 50. Right now, along 4 blocks from the Atlantic Ocean, it's 53, and it really feels like 49. But I was in Brooklyn today for most part of all day, and it was hot out there.
Yeah.
It's funny because I live near the water, so in the morning I get up, I put on a heavy jacket and a wool coat, and by the time the sun comes up, 8-9 o'clock, it starts warming up, and you're like, wow, it's going to be a nice day today.
No, Tim, I'm in my recording studio. I flew it out here. I had the boys crate it all up, okay, and get it out here. Hey, Michael Blade. Yeah, good time down there in Florida, huh? You went down with the whole gang.
He's back home already?
I don't know if Michael Blade is. No, Michael Blade, I think it's last day here in Florida. We
They
had an
were there
amazing meetup yesterday.
The meetup was yesterday.
Over there in Sebastian. So I know Stevie was out there. I know Adrian Mateo was out there, did a little ditty. So, yeah.
Okay. So a lot of guys went.
Yeah. In fact, it was we should turn it into a meme. But Stevie had posted I think it was him sitting in the airline seat with the goggles on, playing on the sim. Okay, so
get out of. Oh yeah.
A new way to fly FPV.
I did see that.
So he's flying FPV at 38,000. Okay.
I did see that. I thought that was very creative because it was obviously sure that he had a laptop at least at a minimum.
No. All he needed was his goggles, the controller, and his phone.
Oh,
and you can fly the app. Because you're flying the app through the phone.
You can put the app on your phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got to ask him. We have to ask him. He must have paid for Wi-Fi then on the plane.
Okay, that makes sense, right? Because they don't want you broadcasting your own. Yeah. All right, that's cool. All right, that's what's up. That's how you do it, right?
Yep.
What's up with you, man? I mean,
guys had a good time.
We were talking before.
What'd you do this weekend, Herman?
What did I do this weekend?
I'm sorry for busting out laughing. It was your facial expression, Herman. It was your facial expression. It's like, should I tell him the truth or should I tell him something else?
Well, no. See,
whatever you want me to hear.
Nothing. I'm just messing with him. I'm messing with him.
You moved your studio across the country. Well, I'm planning to move this, that, and the stuff that's in those boxes and the stuff that's in the boxes over there and move it to another area to where I'm setting up everything, maybe permanent.
Tom. He's beating around the bush. He's building a studio.
There you go.
He's building a studio. That's what the
A
deal is.
little small location, little corner of my own.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I wish I had that. I mean, I'm in one just because I'm in a corner here. That doesn't mean a whole lot. I mean, I want something where I could lock the door and play music loud and nobody hear what I'm saying and stuff like that. Also,
Oh, you could do that.
I guess
not with
that's what
this
I wanted
setup.
to make sure this house had was a room. I can
Not with
escape
this
to.
setup, unfortunately.
It's my escape room.
Not bad. Flew
All
20 or
right.
30 sex with Ed's Moby. Okay.
Wait. What I missed there? Something illicit going on?
No, we're not seconds. I said sacks, but it was seconds. Not bad. Flew 20 or 30
Oh
seconds.
yeah, Michael
with
Blade. Yeah. We saw that video. So Michael Blade posted a buddy of his from Rhode Island, Mark Fisher. He actually rescued his DJI FPV
I
drone
saw that
out of the ocean, and everybody now has it. It went viral, so everybody has it now. God bless him, man. God bless him. Because you know what? I have to read the that ultra expensive Cadillac of Cadillac DJI Care refresh policies I bought for the FPV bird. It does not include flyaway coverage. So while the new Mavic policies do, this does not. So congratulations, Mark Fisher, for pulling off that rescue.
Yes, and congratulations, Tim Jackson pulled the trigger and brought a tiny hawk too.
Oh, see, crack cocaine. Don't worry, I'll just give you a taste. Don't worry. Okay. If you like it, you'll come back. If not, you won't. Yeah, okay.
Listen, that's how you
do
it.
It starts, man.
That's how you do it, Tim. You start out small, and then if you know you like it, enjoy it, then you take the next step.
Or if you're DJI fanboy, you love the FPV drone, and just dive in.
And collecting.
Collecting aircraft. Okay.
I get it, Tim. Eddie Nunez, what's good, man? How are you,
Eddie? Sir? What's up, bro?
Yeah. Start collecting and collecting and collecting.
Well, I'm glad to see that the regulars are coming in, and then we have the regulars that come in, and then we have,
make sure you hit that thumbs up button, guys.
The regular lurkers and stuff, but our people, we know that our people that support us, they hit the thumbs up, either coming in or going
lurkers
out.
Sometimes become subscribers, right?
Right. So or they look down and then they decide, they say, oh wow, I didn't click like or whatever. But I wanted to say, spring is not officially here, but today we got a small sample of it.
Don't jinx it for yourself
in New York City. It hit 60 today, and I was like, wow, this is what it feels like, that strange glowing orb in the sky. It's just been cloudy and messed up for the last few. Live from Universal Studios, Stevie went down to the meetup, and now is at Universal Studios. Yo, Stevie, can I call you Uncle? Yeah, see, he's down in Universal Studios. I hope having fun. What's up, B-Mac?
Hey, the good thing about the parks down there, right? I know, what is it, Disney a third full? So that's like having the speed pass, right?
Well, they should be. The park should be empty.
They're allowed. No, they went to 1/3 capacity. So.
Oh, okay.
But that's like a dream come true, right? If you're a Disney head, those lines, it's like having a speed pass, paying extra for the speed pass, right? With only 1/3 of the people there, those lines are much shorter. So Stevie, that we got to turn that photo into a meme, okay?
Yeah,
A new
right.
way to flying a DJI FPV at 38,000 feet.
Hey, AZ drone dudes, how are you? Oh, they're packed. Yeah, they would be packed because it's spring break also.
Mhm.
So
Well,
there's
I
still a
hear
lot
they
of
were
people.
throwing a curfew in place down in Miami. Okay, they put a curfew for spring breakers.
Hey, Tim
It was
Jackson, are you
getting bad.
working? Are you working this morning?
Yeah, I
Well, good
saw some
morning.
of that. What was going on down there in spring break?
Well, I saw in the news. I don't remember if it was this morning or yesterday morning, but they were showing how the police at night try to control things, and the police don't have no control down there in some of the towns in Florida because the police officers and crowd control, there was no crowd control. The crowd
Yeah.
controlled them.
Yeah. Well, we got out here too. We have, all over the news. We got a lot of spring breakers on the strip.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Tom.
Yeah.
They say after the sun goes down, the officer was saying it gets interesting.
Have you
Well,
ever been
you know
out
what
there?
it is?
Ron?
They opened up the pool parties again. I mean, I would
Mhm.
go in the pool right now. It's 57 degrees. Yes, the real feel out here is always warmer than the actual temperature. So the real feel is 64 degrees, but still, that's not
Right.
pool weather. Okay, that's not pool weather. But yeah, the big thing for them is the pool parties. So
I saw it. I saw at the meetup. I think they had a banner for Rick Halber, and
Mhm.
I don't know if everyone had signed. I saw people had their hand on a banner, and it said RIP, and I saw what looked like a make out of an R. So if you can confirm that, Stevie, Capsules
yeah,
Life Connection,
yeah.
I would appreciate it. My little girl filmed me on the
Filmed
DJI
him on the.
simulator
That was cool.
while
That was cool,
flying.
dude. Again, that we got to turn that into a meme. Okay,
Yes, definitely.
got
You
to get
take
that
that one
out
and run
there.
with it, Stevie.
Yeah, and Stevie, that Adrian was wearing.
Mateo?
So you got customized masks there, Stevie. You know, Stevie's Brandon, baby. That looked like Adrian was wearing a Captured Life Connection face mask there. Was I my eyes going bad there, Stevie? What you were merchant down there, huh? Not bad, dude. Good deal.
That's what's up. That's how you do it. But anyway,
Definitely got a merch.
welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys. We appreciate you all coming back and continuing to support us. Seriously. Uh, you don't have to worry about seeing a commercial for at least a little while. But I did point out that these guys here at
Stevie
YouTube
said they all
trying.
they all held the banner for Rick.
Okay, that's what it was. All
Cool.
right, cool.
Cool.
That's what's up.
It's
I
good,
hope somebody got an aerial shot of that.
it's what that again, community. It's the
Hmm.
way to do it.
We can get an international meetup started, but it depends on this big V, Tim Jackson.
So Stevie gave away a lot of stuff at the meetup. Stevie, you put those kids to work, huh? Their carry-ons were all your merch. What's up with that, man?
Ron Lockwood flew his Mavic 2 Pro over us with the banner. Okay, cool. So someone does have a
Cool.
footy. That's good.
Okay,
I'd like to
good,
see the
good.
footy
Nice.
of it. Keep us posted, Michael Blade. I appreciate it. Did you guys have fun while y'all were down there? Is the question.
Well,
It looked
Stevie
like it.
was working.
It looked like it.
As I saw it, there were quite a few people, and I didn't know what. Well, I wish I could have went. That's all. I wish I could have. That would have been really nice to get away really quick. So Herman, did this year's goal is to get to a meetup outside of New York City. That'd
Yeah,
be
and
You
guys,
and
you know, Philly don't count.
yeah, well, Philly's
Philly
played
don't
already.
count because you got to make a
Philadelphia's
couple of
played
those
already.
too. Okay.
Plus, there's a very bad rumor going on in Philadelphia. I won't go into, but
What
there's
now?
yeah,
What now?
nothing. We'll discuss it after the spring.
Okay.
Okay, but
know
thanks
nothing
everyone.
about it.
What happened, Herman?
I don't know nothing about it.
Do you remember Schultz from Hogan's Heroes? I
I
know
know
nothing.
nothing.
I know nothing.
Still love
Right,
that show, man.
exactly.
Couldn't make that show today.
Anyway, let's get into the first story. It's like 14 after. And first story has to do with a couple that is actually suing the town that they live in Michigan. It says the Michigan Court of Appeals panel ruled this week that a northern Michigan township could not use drone photos it obtained without a search warrant to prove a resident wasn't complying with zoning rules.
Violation of Fourth Amendment.
Yes, yes. And it's kind of funny because the panel ruled
Illegal search and seizure.
they ruled 2-1 that use of a drone to film Todd and Heather M.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say their last name.
Right.
Violated the couple's
So
reasonable...
just go back a little. So basically what happened was complaints from a neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the unfortunate thing in life is sometimes you get that bad neighbor. Complaints from a neighbor to the zoning board that they had overdeveloped, that did something in their backyard that needs to be taken down. Right? Okay. And so what happened here was, I guess the municipality hired a Part 107 pilot to fly over and surveil the property and take photos and all of that. So the ruling was 2-1, the 3 judges on the panel. The one judge turned around and dissented because she thought that since aerial photography by aircraft is normally allowed, that this would be no big thing. Okay.
Right.
Well, the no big thing is the fact that aerial photography by manned aircraft doesn't happen below 400 feet. It doesn't loiter. It doesn't hide behind a tree. It doesn't, intrusive. So it's not intrusive to the same degree, right? So, so that's something to be considered. But the others felt that this was a violation of their Fourth Amendment rights against unreasonable search or seizure, in the fact that, you know what,
they didn't have a warrant. If they had a warrant to do it,
warrantless search. So if they wanted to do it right, go to a judge and say, this is what we want to do. Now, a judge would turn around and state the following: how long are you going to be there? What's the minimum amount of time necessary to get what you're looking for? Okay. When are you going to start? When are you going to stop? Where are you going to be when you take it? Because that judge also has to defend that warrant from a judicial standpoint, right?
Right. Yeah.
That it's not unreasonable because it could be still seen as a violation of your civil rights. So in this fact, the 2 judges ruled against, and the couple is prevailing.
Right. Well, it's funny because the same thing that the police actually did are the same things that they say that you're not allowed to do. Right. And that was one of the things that the judge was also looking at, the fact that she didn't, if you're going to use a drone, it should be used for lawful flights, not for things that, that are illegal.
What's up, Adrian?
Right. Yeah. So, basically, if they had gone and got a search warrant, they would have been,
they might have prevailed.
Problem with.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. But, this drone could have
They wouldn't have had a route for appeal.
Right. So now, okay, take this a step further, people, because this is something, remember, that most case law is built on precedent, okay?
Right.
Because the dissenting judge cited precedent that the other 2 didn't find to be relevant in this case, right? But still stated precedent. Precedent was just set here. So this could be leveraged as well going forward. Okay. Now think about it. You're a property owner. You live on Long Island. I have an uncle that had a pool has a pool in his backyard. He's out in Nassau County, and he had a nice deck because his kitchen door comes out from the side of the house, about 3 feet above ground, right? So he had a nice deck up and all. Well, a long-term neighbor sold his house next door. Somebody moved in, didn't like, my uncle for some
Take care,
reason,
Tim Jackson.
complained and
All
said
right,
his
Tim.
property was overdeveloped. And what happened was my uncle had a choice of taking out the pool or taking down the deck. Of course, the deck was
taking
the
out
more
the neighbor.
obvious choice, and then had to put a set of stairs coming out from the side of the house back down to the ground. So imagine now if we have counties by us in New York that you pay pretty high property taxes. Okay.
Yeah,
It's not
Long
uncommon.
Island.
It's not uncommon in New York City to be paying 10 to 13, 14,000 a year in property tax.
Yeah, some
And
parts
not
of
on
Long
the
Island.
island, that could be 3 times that. So imagine if the county starts putting up a drone to reassess your property to see if you put a gazebo, in the back, or develop and put a pool in the backyard or something. Should you file permits? Yes. Okay. But certain, you pave your backyard. Do you really need to file a permit, to put in a little paved
you have
patio?
to ask, where do you draw the line?
Well, you're right.
Well, the thing is that,
Yeah,
you
you're
start
absolutely
flying
right.
these things overhead to assess taxes. Okay. Tell me that these things aren't going to get shot out of the sky. Okay.
True.
So,
Well, not even so much.
that puts me at risk being an avid drone flyer.
Right.
Okay.
True.
I'm not
true.
assessing your property values, but I don't want to, I can mistake an identity, right?
You're
I don't
right.
want to
Right.
be shot out of the
That's
sky.
true.
But like what
You know?
Lawrence is saying, but certain things have to, where do you draw the line? And like I know, if you give the police an inch, they take a yard. If
Of
you give them a yard,
course.
they take a mile.
Well,
And
everything
the
needs
next
to be
thing-
controlled, right?
Yeah,
I
but the
mean,
next thing that happens, Tom, is that the police have a suspicion of things, and now they're hovering drones outside of people's house until they find something.
Again, you have protections under law, and they need to be recognized. They can't be abused, right?
True.
So
Right.
look, if you're in law enforcement, here's my recommendation. If you're in law enforcement and want to use a drone, consult with a judge, consult with the DA before you do it. Okay?
Mhm.
Because nobody needs a case winding up on their desk that they can't defend.
Right.
And if you don't do it the right way, and you don't safeguard our rights, which is the first reason you're in a damn uniform, is to defend our rights. Okay. If you're not going to do that, okay, then whatever evidence you bring forward isn't going to hold any water.
They're
And
going to
keep
throw the
doing that,
Fourth Amendment
and a judge
at
is
you.
going to turn around and ground your program.
Right. They're going
Okay?
to throw the
They'll
Fourth
ground your
Amendment
program.
at you.
Boom,
Tom.
you're out of business. And if they ground that program and you happen to run a manned aviation program, you better be real careful, because you can put your funding at risk. So
Now, I don't know if I should be quoting this, but for those of you who don't know what your Fourth Amendment is, it protects people from unreasonable searches and seizures.
and seizures.
Now,
Guys,
when they say
this
unreasonable, if
Yeah.
they say unreasonable, if you have a drone coming over your house while you're building a shed in the back, then that may be circumstance for you to complain and call the local precinct.
If he's
and
hanging
say,
out
"Yo."
over your house, yes. Hanging out over your yard, yes.
Right.
Passing
right.
by,
That's the
maybe not
difference.
so much.
Yeah, so let's be careful here, because we don't want to caution our fellow citizens that anytime you see a drone, call 911 or
True.
311
This is
or your
true.
local
This is very, very true.
non-emergency number. Look, if you have suspicion that a drone is being used for evil and not for good, okay,
Give me a
say
second.
something, okay? But let common sense prevail also. How many times we've had people come up and go, "Hey, you spying on us? You watching us?" And I've never had a problem pre-COVID turning around and going, "Hey, you want to see my screen?" Because usually 9 out of 10 times you show them the screen, they become enamored with what they see, and then
They forget
that
why they
whole
even
thought
stopped you.
about
They
you
forget why they
watching me
stopped
goes
you.
out the window. Boy, that's beautiful. Wow, that's amazing. I've had people come up to me
Hey,
in
what's
Red Rock
up, Fly
Canyon
Zone Drone?
and turn around and go, "Oh, you're not allowed to fly here." And I'll say to them, "No, actually, you are allowed to fly here. The regulations do permit it, and I'm actually certified to fly commercially. But if you'd like to see what I'm doing here, take a look." And they're like, "Well, I never saw I never saw the mountains from that view. So again, I caution everybody, be a good ambassador. Okay, I'm looking at the names in the chat. We're full of good ambassadors here. Okay, no issue there. But look, illegal search and seizure, right? Unreasonable. What is unreasonable? Well, you know who determines that? A judge determines that.
True.
Right.
So if they want to use it, they should, like anything else, man, before you go raid that apartment,
Hey, Robert C.
You better go get a warrant. Otherwise, you break down that door, hope nobody dies. And unfortunately, we've seen the wrong side of that way too many times.
Yeah.
But, these municipalities are playing out the ass for those lawsuits resulting from that.
Sure.
So it's a hell of a lot less expensive doing things the right way.
You mean we can't kick in the door waving the 4-4?
Dude, kick in a door, you'd be paying the price. Okay. So what do we got up next?
Oh, well,
What's washing
the story
up against
the story that I would just like to hope a few of you have seen on your local news. Air Force target drone, keep in mind, target drone, which shot down over the Gulf of Mexico, washed up on the southern shores of Florida. Now, for those of you who don't know, whenever the military is testing something, they usually use these target drones. These drones are launched with a rocket system that propels them or tosses them in an area, or they fly for a period of time, and the objective is to shoot them down. Well, this particular drone is orange. I have video footage of it.
a drone. The international color for
BQM-167A.
drones is orange.
The BQM. Let me show that.
It's a test dummy.
Right.
No, it's a drone. It's a target drone. They've been used. Actually,
this
these
is it right
drones
here.
are the oldest.
20 feet long. And the objective is they launch these, and while pilots are in the air on a boat or whatever, these fly a certain pattern or an aggressive pattern, and they're shot down.
No, well, Smeghead, these aren't making
now you
those
see the
types of
rocket
deliveries.
system does fall off, and it's
it's a propellant system, but these drones can maneuver at up to 9 Gs. Okay.
Yes.
So what's good about that is it gives the pilots a great deal of practice in aerial maneuvering,
targeting them.
aerial maneuvering, testing weapon systems. Okay. So that is the launch propellant, but no, they still have a propulsion system on them. Okay.
Hold on a second. I thought I was.
When I first saw the article, I was like, "What? Somebody shot down the?"
No. So
I had to read the article, and I realized that it was just for testing. They use these things for
all the time,
testing the maneuvers and stuff like that.
This is not uncommon. So these things will wash up all along the Florida coast, all along the East Coast, all along the Texas, and
they usually
Gulf,
along
Southern California.
The recovery percentage is really high, like in the 90s.
Yeah.
And for some reason, this one was shot down and wasn't where it was supposed to have landed or whatever.
No, they had rough seas, and this thing actually got carried about 500 miles from its landing spot. So what they normally have is they have a whaleboat or a fast boat in the water. The Navy will conduct, or depending on whether it's in the open ocean. If it's in the littoral waters, it'll be the Coast Guard, and they'll recover these things. But it's not uncommon. This happens all the time. There's nothing dangerous about them. They have electronic.
I agree with you that it does happen all the time. And I just wanted to point out that this is the first time that they're actually recording it, and it was
it just happened to be a slow news
what
day.
Happened?
So if you live along the coastal lines, these stories do show up pretty often.
Right, exactly. But this particular story, a lot of town locals and local police were like, what the hell is it? You could see
Yeah, they
US
didn't know
Air
what,
Force
they had
on it.
never seen it on Boynton Beach. They had never
Right.
seen
So
it
you
before.
figure a 20-foot drone washes up on the
So
shore.
let me
Was a
point
missile
out,
or
if,
something?
do you have the shot of it up on the shore?
What happened?
Yeah,
Do you
put up
have
the
the
picture
photo of it up on the shore? I want to point
with
something
with the
out to
police
you.
tape.
Hold on. I think I do. Yes, I do.
With the
Actually, I
police
have a
So,
tape.
photo of it. This is
this
it right
thing,
here.
when we're talking about target drones today, see, target drones have been used since the turn of the 20th century, actually. It was the first use of drones. Like you said, they'd be catapulted up in the air and people would take target practice. And
Right.
normally it would be ground artillery would take target practice off of those. But then it started to evolve where it would be manned aviation using them as target practice, and firing live munitions at them. But if you put this up, you'll notice something special about this. Where did it get hit by a weapon? It didn't, because we've
Exactly.
evolved
Yeah.
now to where these are electronic scoring systems.
Yes.
Okay, what was that game you used to go into the place and play
Missile
with the laser
command.
guns?
Missile
Okay,
command.
with the with the laser guns, laser
laser
tag,
tag.
laser tag,
Laser
right?
tag.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Laser tag.
that's how these have evolved today. So it look, if it were hit by a live munitions, they wouldn't have a very good recovery rate, right? So if you notice, we've evolved to the point where they're using them more in an AI virtualized kind of environment
Yeah,
too.
yeah, right. Because
Yeah.
I did
But the
notice
thing
that,
is,
Tom. I did look at the picture also, and I was like, I don't see any indentations or anything.
right.
And then I
But let me
went and
tell
I
you,
found this video right here that I'm going to post in the chat. They have a few of them of this particular drone, and I thought the black notch. Hold on, I'll show you what I'm talking about really quick. I thought this black notch right here was a missile, a hit, but it's
oh
not.
no,
It's
no, no,
actually
no,
a
no.
bolt that holds on the nose cone.
Yeah, it's actually a data port on that one. But
Okay.
what
They have it
you,
on both sides though of this bird.
yeah, exactly. So
But this is
the
the
thing is,
video if you want to watch it at your discrepancy, and they go into a lot of
so why not
detail.
just go into a simulator then? Why not? Well, I'll tell you why not. Because this thing
Real
can do
time.
9Gs.
It's real
And what the
time gives real
pilot is
results.
experiencing is not just, you basically have to work all senses, meaning those you have built in, right?
Well, you have
Because
theory and you have
you are
practice.
chasing this drone and you are firing upon this drone and you have G forces exerting on you and putting that stress on your body and having you react during these training sessions to prepare you for real time, where you wouldn't get that same sensation. I mean, we love our FPV drones, but
True.
boy, let me tell you, if I'm sitting in a Kit Fox or a Carbon Cub, with a 914 Rotex engine coming over a cliff, I'm feeling it also. Okay. But
That's
the
true.
next best thing, those FPV goggles.
Yeah, you have a valid point there, but I just like you said, I have heard of stories of missiles showing up off the coast of Cuba.
Well, missiles are different.
Well,
These
I'm
are
sorry,
inert,
not
yeah.
missiles, drones, targeting drones, etc., showing up on beaches everywhere from Cuba to the islands to wherever they're doing their
Hey, I'm
maneuvers.
out here in the Southwest, and it's one of the biggest MOAs. Okay, it's a military
You
operation
should see a
area
lot of
up by
Reapers out there, don't you?
up by no. We saw 22 take off from Creech Air Force Base in formation, one right after the other, up in the sky, and they were doing maneuvers over. There's a huge MOA north of Nellis, and Creech is the number one place where these are flown from.
Quick question. Have you seen the jets? Have you ever seen a jet scramble? Since 9/11, a lot of people, you don't know this, but since 9/11, JFK International Airport now has a fleet of 5 jets there. Now, I was getting ready to ask, have you ever seen these things just scramble? They do random runs, to keep the guys on their toes. And one time, I actually heard something over the house. The door was closed, and I heard something come really close and fast. And I was like, wow.
That's because
Maybe
they're
like another
flying.
10
Yeah.
seconds later, it heard it again. I went outside and they were doing scramble maneuvers, whatever they were doing. But there were five of them. They all took off and shot up into the sky. And what was funny about it, I thought they all went up into the sky one after another. Each time one went up, one broke this way, one went up, one broke this way, one went straight. I was like, what the hell are they doing? They had to be practicing because I put the news on. I
You
didn't
sure
see.
that wasn't Memorial Day weekend and the Blue Angel will fly in from Jones Beach?
I've
Just
never been
saying.
over there. I've always wanted to see the air show, and they're having it this year. They're having it this year. They didn't have it last year
So
because of
so let
COVID.
me
But
so
out there,
basically when you're flying out of Republic
uh-huh.
and flying private planes coming out of Republic, you have to come down to 500 feet when you hit Point Lookout. Okay.
Right.
Just east of Lido Beach and Long Beach, right? So that you can pass under the shelf of Class B. So if they were doing scramble maneuvers, they're doing it under the shelf of Class B.
Well,
So
I've never seen jets.
and
First of all,
then they would get an elevation
I've never
column
seen jets
to,
take
yeah.
off before, Tom. So this
Oh,
was a
okay.
first.
Oh
And
no,
then
out
to see
here,
them
please.
take off
All the time.
Out
sporadically.
here by Tom and in Texas, they got a lot of that.
So I was coming down Interstate 15 coming from down from Salt Lake City into Vegas, and I was in a Jeep Wrangler, and I'm coming down the highway, and it was a bright day out, and all of a sudden, man, it felt like the Jeep. I thought I was maybe getting a flat. It started to wobble a little, and then it got real dark real quick because a B-2 bomber flew overhead and had four F-16s on its
Escorting,
wingtips.
flying,
Okay,
flying.
and this was coming over the highway at about maybe 600 feet. Okay,
Wow,
so
that must have been really loud. I could
yeah,
imagine.
they fly everything out of Nellis, and they fly some big babies out of there too, man. C5 Galaxies always fly out of there, and then up at Creech, like I said, Creech is the major operation center for unmanned aerial. They have areas that are just these like 40-foot containers
Yeah.
with air conditioning units on them, with all the telemetry in them, and cockpits, basically, 4-person mission centers.
Mhm.
And they actually fly most of the missions that are in theater over in the Afghanistan and Iraqi theaters.
Now, see, that's
They
the
fly
ultimate.
them out of Creech.
That's the ultimate drone pilot job.
Well, yeah, but remember that's you're loitering for long periods of time. You got 2 intel
Yeah,
officers,
yeah. You may
and a
change
mission
shifts with
specialist,
someone.
and you are looking down on both bad guys and good guys and trying to figure out who's who before you hit the button.
Well,
So
didn't we do a story recently on international drone
Watched
pilots?
a movie on that too last night.
What's that, Herman?
Watching a movie last night with one of the characters in the movie was a military drone pilot. And he
Okay.
got reassigned after he had one of his drone strikes killed two of the Marines. But he had to take out some enemies, and it was either lose 40-something guys or 2 guys. And he made the
Yeah.
choice.
Hey, Lost Girl.
yeah, well, that's part of, so before we all think, wow, man, I would love that job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just realize there's an emotional toll a job like that takes also.
How are you, Angie? What's good? BMAX Aerial Visuals. I see you're still hanging out here with us. Everyone, we seem to have a pretty standard crowd of people, and we appreciate you guys here at Those Guys. Hopefully, with the new year to come, this year here, 2021, we'll be able to do a little bit of different stuff. I want to be able to do a live stream out in the field.
In the
So
field.
I'm slowly researching it, and I'm not. I'm not
glutton for
talking like through a
punishment.
drone or something, maybe with 1 or 2 cameras, because the issue that I'm having is being able to link Herman and my source of transmission and have it go through one source.
Well, if you're gonna
They
be out
seem to want
here,
well, YouTube seems to want you to do it by yourself,
You
you
need a
know.
producer back home.
Right.
Put
They
that daughter
want
to
you.
work, man.
I'm back, was on the mummy ride. Yeah, rub it in, dude. Stevie's at Universal
got a
Studios
laptop.
Stevie, come
after
on,
the
join the
meetup.
panel, live stream from Universal, baby.
I know he
Let's see
should.
how many. Let's see how many trademarks we can violate in like a 10-second period.
And BK
As
Drone,
soon as
what's
he
up,
gets
Courtney
off of each
Darlington?
ride.
Yeah,
Hey, Courtney, I want to see some footy, man. I want to see some footy from you guys out there flying that FPV drone. Seriously, I don't want to see footy of someone filming you flying. I want to see some actual footage. That's what I like to see.
we're all working
Progress.
on it.
The people
We're all
told me the
working
same
on it.
thing in FPV, Courtney Darlington. They want to see your progress. So now I finally get a chance to say it to someone. I want to see it. Same thing with you, Tom. Even though
Hey, working on it, man. I'm getting.
you were
Oh,
flying like that wasn't your maiden flight. Like you've been doing it for a while, so you were comfortable.
I'm trying to get my settings. Look at that. I'm a tweaker. Everything
Stevie
I
already sent
aspired
one.
not to be, I've become with this damn bird.
Check Messenger,
Okay.
Stevie. What's that, Tom?
I said everything I aspired not to be, I became with this damn drone. Okay. Now I'm
Oh
tweaking.
yeah.
Now I'm
Herman,
constantly
check this
tweaking
out,
it.
Herman.
Okay.
Someone asked Tom when
yeah.
he got there, are you going to use the controller? He's like, yes, I'm going to use the controller. He puts the controller on, he takes off, and he's out. All I hear is fading away. I look, I say, oh wow, he's heading towards the trees. He went up over the trees, came back around. I was like, yo, it looked like
Let me tell you something, man.
you've been on that simulator a lot.
That controller is a game changer. Okay. Uh, those of you that put off buying it, I don't know what you're waiting for. Okay. But that thing's a game changer. Once you play with it a little, it's a little quirky because you're not used to it being so intuitive. That once you get it going, because I think it was Stevie said that Billy was tearing it up, the Croton.
Yeah,
With the motion controller.
Billy has it down too.
Man, I was tearing it up. That photo you saw, that of course wasn't taken with the drone, but that photo was where I was flying, and
Okay.
I was tearing it up out there. That's a great wide open, man. I with the motion controller. And then I had a guy come up to me and just ask, "How are you flying that?" And he goes, "I didn't see, he didn't see the controller around my neck." So he came up and he was like, "How is that thing flying?" And I showed him the motion controller, and he was like, "I think it was somebody who hadn't planned to spend a lot of money is now going to be shy a few bucks in his pocket." So he said he had a Mavic, but now he's thinking about buying that.
Someone is
after
selling
seeing it fly.
FPV combo for 1100 combo. Not sure if it's with the motion controller on Northeast Texas drone meetup. Okay, for 1100. Not
Okay.
sure if it comes with the yoke
Probably
stick.
not at that price. He's probably selling the fly. He might even just be selling the regular combo with the single battery, the goggles, the drone, 2 sets of props, and the standard controller.
Yeah, that's it.
The RC, and that's probably it. But that's a $200 savings right there. So just make sure it has no cracks or crevices
How many
on it.
pounds was the plow drive?
Yeah, exactly. But look, for $200, that motion control is a game changer. Okay.
Okay.
It's everything that flyability aviator wasn't. This is.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was supposed to text someone hours ago, but I guess that was a big fail.
So I don't know. Did you, Courtney? Did you get the motion controller? Now, look, mind you, the motion controller won't help you. You know, it's not made for acro. It's not made for manual mode. Okay. But when you're doing real cinematic stuff in sports mode, this thing's amazing. And the nice thing is you get a target also. You get this virtual target that floats in the window as to when you move. It's showing you where you're headed. So, you know, like cutting that gap, you know, throw that target right in between those two objects, man, and you know you're going to make it through.
They said, listen to Tom talking about hitting gaps.
You know what really pissed me off? What really pissed me off the other day was, I think I was telling you, there was an arch that came out of one of the mountains out here, and man, I was headed up to get this thing, and I was going to shoot that gap, and I came up short about 50 feet because I hit that magic 1640 altitude limit from my takeoff location. But yeah, I missed it. Maybe I think that was probably 1700 feet. So it's either hike in and get some more elevation. Okay, we'll find another spot to fly from.
Well, I haven't seen anyone doing any range tests with them.
Oh yes. Oh, big time.
Yeah, there are.
Oh, there's a ton of video. In fact, I thought I saw somebody from Fly Borough standing on the Brooklyn waterfront, looking at the Manhattan waterfront and figuring out what havoc they could rain down. Okay,
get out of here.
So yes, and who's going to go trimming some Lady Liberty nose hair? Come on now. We know quite a few people that will try to take that bird all the way there.
It's a matter of time, right?
But the mistake will be that they try to take it there at 70 miles an hour both ways, only to find out they probably won't make it back at that speed.
You know what?
That battery chews. I've been getting about, so yes. Stevie,
what is your average flight time now that you're flying more aggressively?
40 minutes.
10 to 12 minutes per battery.
Okay,
to be honest with you.
Okay.
So now I own 5 batteries. Okay.
Lost Girl says tempted, haha. But no, staying strong. Got to be responsible with my card. No, you don't.
Okay, no. Yes,
charge
you do.
it.
Yes,
charge
it. No. Yes, you do. Don't listen to him.
Just in case you have a problem.
You better stop starting.
Don't. Be good, girl. Be good, girl.
What could be the worst thing to happen, Lost Girl? Angie.
Bankruptcy.
Lawrence has an extra room just in case it goes wrong.
Homelessness.
Stop saying that.
I mean, all those. What can go wrong? Okay.
Hey, what's up, Mr. J's RCs? How are you?
You can't encourage it.
Angie, we'll talk.
Listen.
We'll talk later,
Angie. I sell a lot of used equipment. Okay, very well maintained used equipment. Wait long enough, you'll probably get a deal.
All right. Well, we
and
got
anybody in the
story.
New York area that's looking for actual photography studio stuff, DM me.
What you do is talk Paul Murray into getting one.
Paul Murray?
And in 2 weeks, you can buy it off him.
Oh, yeah, right? That's true.
I travel with the studio. Huh? Yeah.
That's true. Why not?
Yeah, Paul Murray.
Angie, if you can convince Paul Murray to buy one, after he has it for about a week and a half, he'll be ready to get rid of it. Dirt cheap. I'm just saying.
And Angie, if you show an interest in a family of skunks, you never know. You probably get a real good price on it.
Courtney Darlington, everyone is saying they need more batteries. Tom had his out that day and was like, I need more batteries.
But at the price of those batteries, you're going to wish you got into a regular FPV drone.
You ain't kidding, man.
How much is it a battery?
150.
150? Hold on. 150?
Yeah, 150
FPV
with
drone.
Yeah, but
FPV
also it comes with insurance. It's not going to burn down my
ready
house.
To fly. 150.
Look. The battery is also made that it won't burn down my house, and I don't have to watch it and battery sit it while it's plugged in. Okay, so.
Well, that's
here's
nice.
the other thing. Here's the other nice thing, and I have to say, hats off to DJI learning from their mistakes, because this battery is probably the most intelligent that they've made so far. You can charge this battery when you get home from being out and not worry about forgetting to go out and burn batteries tomorrow. Within 2 days' time, this battery is bringing itself back down to storage level and maintaining that. So that's a good thing. So less likely to have.
Kudos to them for that.
Yeah, well, learn from your lessons, and thank you for burning my pocket pretty deep on how many batteries I have.
Look at how many batteries that people went through with the Maverick series.
El Smeghead, right back at you. I just subbed you, bro. I didn't know I hadn't. So,
gotcha. You gotta learn.
Please support everyone's channel.
You learn as the technology goes on. You learn development.
Well, a good company does, right? A good company does.
Anyone should
take what they're learning and the harm they're doing to their customer base.
The Florida meetup.
That trend.
Hold on, Mr. JRC. I haven't seen anyone's footage as of yet. I did see pictures of the guys holding the banner for Rick Halber, and I did see a large group of you guys down there. I'm waiting for everybody to put their footy out now, pretty much. So if you have some, show it, put it out there. I'm dying to see some footage from the meetup.
So El Smeghead, are you talking about so one of the DJI batteries was that had to be severely damaged in shipping, I would imagine. Wow. If it was a point of almost exploding, that was probably damaged during the shipping.
Hey, you see
what exploded or it didn't. There's no way to almost explode.
You see what Courtney?
Well, it depends on how bloated it is. I mean, yeah, it had not yet exploded. Okay.
It's true how many batteries you FPV guys burn, but check this out. I may burn more batteries, but I don't have to worry about crashing into things.
Look, there's an upside and a downside to everything, okay?
Yeah, I don't have to worry.
It's like
I don't have to worry about clipping a tree branch and going into a corkscrew and hitting the ground and never flying again. I could hit that corkscrew, put on new props, and fly throughout the day.
Okay. So it's like self parking or valet parking. You run a risk with valet parking. You might get
you do. Yes, you do.
But if you're lazy, you're lazy.
What's up, Malik on the beat? Ray Kelly, how are you? You know what it is? It has.
What's up, Ray? How are you, Ray?
Courtney, to be honest, there will always be an argument. It's like PC Mac. Okay, now you have DJI FPV. Here comes Stevie now coming in from Universal.
Hey Ray, were you Nassau County or Suffolk County? Just wondering.
Your camera's crooked, Stevie.
What, Stevie start drinking? What happened?
Stevie, your camera's crooked, bro.
Do I put it the other way? Do you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
now
you
you're
fine.
Good, man.
We can hear you fine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now your picture's good. For those of you who don't know and want to hate on someone, Stevie's in Universal Studios now.
And it's Mardi Gras. And it's Mardi Gras out here.
Oh, I thought you were flashing people.
Look at him. Look at him.
What are you doing for these beads?
Hey, how many times you lift that shirt, bro? How many times you lift up that shirt, man?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm pulling the leg sleeves up.
Come on, man. We're flinging some beads right now. What do you got to show us?
You gotta earn. You gotta earn them, Tom. Come on. Look how many I got. I got a whole show.
Stevie, you better save some money, man. You got to buy some batteries, dude.
Yeah, I'm buying batteries before I buy the
highlights
little,
of the meetup.
What do you call that? That little grip thing? The motion.
Game changer. Game changer. That's what it's called, Stevie. Game changer.
Oh yeah. You know what? In the right hand, that's a really impressive motion. That thing is really impressive.
Stevie, in the right hand, almost anything is, right, baby?
You better believe it. But I just wanted to check in and tell you guys that I really appreciate you guys. I can't wait to get back so we can catch up. Oh, wait, but Tom is gone too. So we all left. We left Lawrence.
We left We left Mo and Larry behind, bro.
They just left us here in New York.
That's all right. Somebody's got to hold it down.
True.
It's like New Orleans. I did a double trip.
Okay. All right. Well, so look, as
Good for
long
you,
as you
man.
guys
Good
are
for you.
having fun,
Family's doing
don't.
good. They enjoyed the trip.
Oh man, they loving it. See,
Universal.
I did the I did the drone thing yesterday with
Yeah.
everybody. So I got to hang out with that family, and then today is all about the other family.
Mhm.
Got to make
Listen,
balance. It's about balance, right?
Yeah.
if El Smeghead says copyright strike for the background music.
Yeah, I
I
said,
better
yeah,
go.
yeah.
You want to
Make
see?
sure you don't
It's gonna
show us
get worse.
any trademarks there. Yeah.
It's over.
Oh, it's
All
too
right,
late.
guys.
All
I'm gonna
right.
let you guys
Stevie,
go,
enjoy
man.
yourself, man. Safe
I
travels, bro.
All
appreciate you
right,
Yes,
guys,
Steve.
have
man.
fun. Have
Take
fun,
care.
man.
All right, man.
Yeah, see, that's how you do it. Steve was one of the stars on the meetup. Okay, all right. See, that's how you do it. Stevie was there representing New York, so that I'm happy about that. He was down there representing New York City or the state of New York. There were a
He's
few people from New
representing us,
York.
man. He's
Weren't there a few
representing us.
people from New York there?
Well, we know Stevie went down.
Yeah,
I'm trying. I don't know who else had gone down,
I
but I
don't know.
believe there were a few people.
Okay.
Okay. Who else?
Well,
I didn't hear of anybody else other than Stevie was the only one I knew from up here that said he was going. I don't. We know Eddie didn't go.
Yeah.
Eddie didn't go, did he?
No. Eddie wanted to go last minute, but of course, with it being spring break,
Mhm.
those ticket prices
So Eddie went to spring
went
break.
sky high. Plus, I think Eddie's going to DR in a few weeks.
Okay.
So.
I was gonna say Eddie went to hang out on the beach with the kids at spring break.
okay.
No.
Yeah, everyone should be heading back to
You know what?
Stevie will probably be back here by Monday. I'm pretty sure of it. Go down, hang out with the
Lawrence, you ever
family,
did
go
that?
fly.
Like spring break or Memorial Day weekend
I
down
almost
in
pulled the
Miami?
trigger. I almost pulled the trigger and got a Mavic Air 2.
Did
I
you
was
now?
Okay.
it was in the cart. It was in the cart
And
and
then
I was
somebody
about to
bought it.
click on it and I got a phone call and I saw that as a sign to not do it.
I don't know how I feel. Is you going back to the dark side? What are you doing, man?
No. I need an up-to-date camera drone. Right now, my Phantom 4 Pro, I need a Phantom 4 Pro controller. Right now, the only DJI I'm flying is my Mavic Pro, and that bird is 4 years old. Luckily, she's insured, so the day she drops out of the sky, I'm calling State Farm.
I think I have a Mavic 2 Pro for sale, so
We'll have to
we'll have
talk.
to talk, man. You
Yeah,
know how
Tom,
these come equipped. They only come.
Tom, we would have to
They come
talk
with full
about that.
detailing. You know that, right?
I know,
You know
fully
it comes
loaded.
with freaking batteries and
I know, fully loaded, fully
Okay.
loaded. I know and I know you take care of your stuff too. So that's a plus.
Just
Hey,
reach
what's
out.
up, Michael McReynolds? You were supposed to hit me up when you got that stack, man. Awkward silence. No, I'm playing with you. I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with you. What's good?
Congrats.
But for those of you who don't know, Michael McReynolds won that stack, that Mamba stack that I
Okay.
gave away
Hey,
on our 100th stream, which was last week Sunday. So I may have
Herman's
something else
getting
to
close.
give away.
Herman's getting close, right, Herman? How many
Yes,
shows you got in the
yes.
bag
Herman's
now?
live streams when he hits
oh,
100.
100? Yeah.
He's
100.
Hey, did you see Billy Kyle hit 100K?
yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Congrats to Billy.
Mhm.
Well deserved. Hard work he put in for that.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And you know what? I learned from that kid. He's
Mavic
got
Air
some
2S is coming out
got
in
some
2
good
months with the 1-inch sensor. Where do you get your news from?
He gets it sometimes from here. So
Who?
No.
yeah,
no,
and
no.
yeah, Courtney. But guys, they got you chasing your tail, man. So you can hold out because you know what? If you hold out for the Air 2S, you'll probably hold out for the Mavic 3, and then when you realize you can't afford the Mavic 3, okay, you'll go back and buy a Mavic Air 2. So, or better yet, Tom's got a really nice Mavic 2 Pro. Okay, sitting out.
Don't worry about it, Michael
Well,
McReynolds. I was tracking. I had the tracking number in my app, postal app. So when it said it arrived there, I wasn't worried about it. But you feel better anyway, man. Sorry to hear you're not feeling too well.
I'm
Make
feel better,
sure,
bro.
yeah, make sure you get, make sure you definitely get.
comes out.
Courtney
What's that,
Dolan
Herman?
says, I got people, bro.
The X Dynamics, if that ever comes out,
Hey, Courtney, I think I got the same people you
working
got.
on.
Oh, Billy Kyle was at the SF meetup. Okay. I I'm surprised. Did Ken Dono didn't come to the meetup, did he? Was he even in
I
Florida?
think Ken had something planned with his family.
That's what I was thinking something along that line too.
I'm all done with DJI Care Refresh. My birds come as is. Okay. Okay. I warrant that they're in good flying condition when you get them, not after you take possession of them. Okay.
In other words, once you drive off the showroom floor, any
That's it.
damages
It's yours.
occurred
Yeah.
during the
There's no lemon law here, baby.
Wow.
No lemon law here.
Wow.
Okay. You ain't holding your world over me for 18 months. No, thank you.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ray, for all the hard work putting
Not
this
even for
together.
2 days.
It was an awesome day, Michael Blade says.
Yeah, Ray. I tell
Yes.
you, man, I would have liked to come down if I wasn't all the way.
Hey, how about we do
out
this?
where I am.
How about we do this one? Hey, Ray Kelly, you listening?
Uh-oh.
One Sunday coming up,
Uh-oh.
in the very near future. Why don't we have you on here and make you one of the official those guys down by coming on? Oh yes, Ken Dono was there. He celebrated his wedding anniversary.
Yeah, so I said it's
that was slick.
Oh, he was there. That's where
Yeah.
he picked to celebrate his wedding anniversary.
Yeah, because I thought it
Hey,
was funny
his
when he
wife
did
must
his
love him,
stream when
man.
he said he
His
was going
wife must
down
love him.
for the meetup. He said
Yeah.
he planned to have his wedding anniversary in a nice area that was right nearby, and he could go
okay.
to the meetup and still
Slick, very
Yeah,
slick. See,
His
now
wife
that's
must love him, man.
now see that's what's up. That's loyalty.
Find a
Right
woman
there.
that loves your bullshit,
Tom,
man.
let
and
me
life
get
goes
a
lot better.
2-day test drive, then we can talk.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. After a security deposit, full market value, take it and go fly it. Okay, just remember those security deposits are only returnable. Okay, with everything intact. So
Tell him, Tom, you'll warranty the drone for 6 months. And it's valid until he takes off.
you nick a propeller, you're out of my money.
Listen, Tom, you'll warranty it for 6 months. It's valid until he takes off.
Well,
Your warranty is 6 minutes after I lock that front door. Okay.
Well, check it out. We have one more story here. The one with the company called Avant, and they have a drone called
Aviance Delta Quad Pro. You're talking about, right?
Okay.
Aviance.
Aviance.
Got to pronounce all the letters there, Lawrence. We talked about that. Remember?
Listen, I'm from Queens. All right.
You know they got an app, right?
At Queens, we use a lot of acronyms.
Yeah, I could tell him. You can almost drop anything in Google these days. Okay. APOXO.
Anyway, getting back to the story. Okay, touche, Tom.
There you go.
Aviant, tomato, has a drone that just performed the longest drone flight in Norway called the Delta Quad Pro. Now, I have never been into fixed wings, and I like this bird right here. And I like this bird because, for one, they're doing big things with it, but it takes 2 men to hold it.
That's a big bird.
It's a big bird.
They say that they started last week. They set records in Norway, and delivering blood over 120 kilometers.
Yeah, that's roughly 75 miles.
That's a good little
between
bit of
hospitals.
distance to be
So it
traveling.
was
And it's
120 kilometers between
and the
two
Delta
hospitals.
Quad is a VTOL.
Yeah, because it
fixed
basically
wing.
has, so on the wing itself, it's got two props in
Go ahead, I'll
front
bring the picture up while
and
you're
two props
you're
behind,
talking.
and they transition. So it basically takes off vertically, and then it will
Yep.
transition into fixed wing
Mm-hmm.
from there.
But this
So
is
those blades will articulate down into a pusher-puller.
yeah, that's exactly what it does. The motors actually tilt back.
And actually, yeah, actually what will happen is they can determine duration also by the configuration of how they tilt those blades also, whether they're going to keep two, and it also depends on weather conditions. So these
True.
things have a pretty significant range, and they are large because they need a carrying capacity.
Right.
So
Yes,
right now,
yes.
what this was to test it between two hospital facilities, approximately 75 miles apart from each other,
Right.
delivering blood samples and products, small products.
Well, I said, I've never been into fixed wing before, but for some reason, this particular one seemed to catch my eye. And the fact that they're delivering blood samples, it's only a matter of time before they start making the deliveries a little more intricate as far as
what this can be used for is delivering live organs,
exactly
human organs, and that's pretty mind-blowing when you think about you have somebody waiting in a facility 70 something miles away waiting for a kidney, and one is available in another hospital, but it can get there in a short amount of time. Well, that you think, 75 miles, that doesn't seem that far away, but no, it's 75 miles as the crow flies. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were to drive there, it's a distance of, it's almost 3 times that distance,
right,
because the roads
there's no straight line.
Right.
There's no straight line from point A to point
so
B.
It's pretty mind-boggling to see how they're being applied.
They're making all of these things in VTOLs now.
Yeah, because
to get in and out of
it's the way to go.
Areas,
you
places where you
don't need a runway,
a roof, a hospital roof, a hospital helipad.
That's the objective of that's the objective.
Delivery where you have to land, because you can't. You can't.
That's the video link right there if you want to watch the entire video.
You can't drop organs like that. Tough for, depending on your packaging.
You basically
a lot of problems.
Kid gloves, right? Kid gloves. Okay. So you say that's not the last story, because hit on the one with Skyfront, because you talk about major accomplishments here, milestones.
13-hour. Keep in mind,
Skyfront has come out with a proprietary
electric hybrid
fuel injection electric hybrid motor without batteries.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Direct propulsion, and we're actually able to achieve a flight time of 100. What was it? 13 hours.
13 hours and 4 minutes.
And covering a surface of 105 miles.
And they actually took off. Early morning. And when it succeeded the flight, which was 205 miles distance, they say it covers, that was pretty close to flying from North California down to Las Vegas. In that time frame.
It's the thing is what you can use this for, these long loiter times, is to provide reconnaissance, to provide that situational awareness, to provide even connectivity.
And they brag
during an incident.
They do, right. The key is endurance flight time, because they brag that there are a lot of companies out there, and it goes, hold on, I'm quoting it from the story. Flight endurance is a major importance for the drone industry. Battery operated drones are limited by flight, sometimes as short as 15 minutes. And the problem of short flight time is exacerbated when drones carry heavy payloads like LiDAR. It's true. Time is cut down.
Now think about an application here also from a security aspect for private industry. Now you can put this drone up to do that perimeter security around your complex. Okay. It can do air sample monitoring because you have compliance regulations that you have to meet, mandates that you have to meet on whether your plant puts out certain chemicals. And this way you could keep that bird up in the air, on 12-hour shifts.
Well, this
and
Skyfront,
keep it up there sampling
their
because,
first,
you don't have to bring it down to recharge a battery.
well, it says in the story here also, their very first electric hybrid, the first working version did a run of 4 hours and 34 minutes.
Right. Now, I remember we covered a story on Wednesday night with those guys, 78 on October 28th with Quanternium.
Yeah.
Quanternium.
Yes.
And they have a hybrid quad, very similar to this, but it's not, it doesn't have as many propellers as this, and they accomplished a flight of 10 hours and 14 minutes.
Right.
And it's the same size bird. So,
what?
What's interesting is that they were able to break a record, I believe was originally 6 hours for a quad.
Back then that was the record.
So what is pretty novel here is the elimination of the battery. And the battery is a limiting factor because batteries displace energy quicker than they store energy. Now, when we break that threshold, where a battery can recharge in less time than it takes to deplete it, then you'll have a long endurance capability.
And like
but we're not there yet. So bypassing it completely, it makes sense. Definitely.
Well, there's going to be a large market for it because people have and need reasons to have drones to stay up in the air that long.
Well, like I said, connectivity reasons, right? You're in a disaster situation where your infrastructure has taken a big hit, but you need to maintain a level of infrastructure in order to respond to that disaster. So look, what you do is you throw a couple of these up in the air and you set up a mesh network, and then you can restore your, because look, in a city like New York where you have, we have voice communications. We're using Motorola portables to talk back and forth, but it doesn't happen magically over the air. We have direct line of sight microwave antennas positioned throughout the city. We have large scale RF antennas all throughout we have in-building communication systems with repeater systems. All these systems that take a huge hit in a disaster, right? And you have to find some way to plug that gap so that emergency services can keep doing their job, which is definitely going to get taxed during a disaster situation.
Right.
So there,
batteries don't do it.
High endurance drones up in the sky, you create a mesh network, you can continue your communication efforts. And then, like I said, you have flood areas that need to be monitored. You have agricultural areas to be monitored, but industrial sites, just think about industrial sites. The security and the ineffective, which we found out over the years, how ineffective a ground security posture is with those sites, right?
This is true.
Yeah.
This is very
the junkyard dog now takes to the sky. Think about it that way, right?
Now you could set up sensors.
The junkyard dog could be fully asleep and pick up on you the second you touch that fence line.
Yep.
Where the security guard would remain asleep even after you walk past them, right? So now we're putting the junkyard dog up in the air.
I thought these two things were remotely similar, that one and the one from Quanternium. But theirs was a quad, and
this one is bragging because it's one of the first multi-prop.
But they're both doing a similar system of
course. But fixed wing
to
Fixed wing, you have a choice, Herman. Fixed wing,
no, not
you can
fixed
either
wing.
adapt to a VTOL or you need space to take off from.
Yeah, but
right?
this thing is not a fixed wing.
Yeah. This one,
The
this
multi-role.
one, this multi-copter, it's a giant quad. On the article, Tom, if you scroll down, they actually show a 4-prop one. But
Yeah.
if you scroll down even further in the story, there's a video of the
Oh, the one in the
multi-copter
picture
that
at the
they're
top
actually
is,
talking about that did the
it's got
13 hours,
multi-
4 minutes.
Yeah.
My
saw that.
problem is I wanted to show the video of it, but in this video, the guy was talking too
Ray
much
Kelly's
and
a
cutting back and
snowbird.
forth to the
Okay,
drone.
that makes sense, Ray.
What happened?
I see Ray's going back to Long Island in May, so my bet is he's a snowbird now. God bless you.
The humidity gets too high down there.
Well, look, we know how it gets in the winter in New York, man. Okay,
This
tell me
is
you
true.
don't want to bail. Okay.
On my way in, Michael McReynolds. Well,
Yeah,
we
so
don't have
let me
a
tell
whole
you
lot.
something. I spent winter in Missouri. I will never complain about New York weather.
Excuse me, I have to run and pay the water bill, guys.
I went on an apparatus inspection visit, okay, in Wisconsin in the wintertime. Okay. Those people act like it's no big deal. And I'm going, you got to be touched. Okay. And then up in North Dakota ones, I mean, come on, man. There should not be you should not be allowed to have that much snow in one place at one time. Okay. And then it's like, hey, it's no big deal. It got a little warmer today. It's only 30 below today. Okay. But we're thinking about going out ice fishing. Yeah. Good. I'll think about it, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. So yeah, that's, I want to go and see snow so I can gain my fondness back for it. Now over here where I am, it snowed the other day, 4 inches it dropped, but that was above 6,000 feet. So, and that's where it belongs. Okay. It was 65 degrees where I was and 4 inches of snow, 3,000 feet higher. So all good, man. That's the way it should be.
When I was in Missouri, you get in the car and the windows just stay fogged. The fog is just, it's a waste.
You are fog. You get out of the car and you're a fog.
It's
okay,
just,
you're throwing off.
It's so cold out there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so
everything.
cold. Just your
dude
body
freezes.
blown to fog up the window.
What's very unsettling is the fact that if you have a mustache, you got to be real careful in that weather because you can chip your mustache. Okay, so you got to be real careful, man.
Crack a piece of it off.
You just like break a piece off, man. So and the problem is your fingers and your toes. Okay, frostbite happens quick. Okay. So if you happen to shake a lot of people's hands up there, you might notice that a few people shy a digit or two.
With nubs.
Okay?
Or with nubs, right?
No, you have to adapt. You have to
might be
adapt to
hitting
that
up
weather.
Minnesota first. Okay, Angie says she's doing some traveling.
Okay.
I mean, it's spring is full rage out here. I mean, everything's green out here. And believe me, everything doesn't stay green out here, especially in the summertime. But right now, it's very green out here, and the hummingbirds are out. And I tell you, I get a blast out of those hummingbirds, man. You talk about, we don't even come close with FPVs. Okay, those little suckers.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
They're darting all over the place.
They're amazing to watch.
They're like this big. And the energy is, we put a feeder in front of the house on a tree, and I'm going to set up the tripod, and I'm going to try to capture a couple of shots at like 18. No, I'm going to do some high speed. I'm going to try to catch some 8,000 per second, type of shots.
Okay.
Get really, really fast shutter. See if I can slow down those wings just a tad.
You're right. They are like really, really so tiny.
They're really tiny, man, but they expend so much energy. It's ridiculous. Okay. They got to feed on pure nectar like all day long to keep that charge running.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like drinking Red Bull all day.
Yeah, exactly. They should be an ad for Red Bull.
Yeah.
Okay. You get your wings. Okay.
Yeah,
It should be that. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
I don't know who's coming on after us tonight because there's
Well,
always someone else
probably
coming
Val.
on.
Val will probably be on at 7.
What happened?
Val will
Val?
probably be
Oh,
on at
okay. Val's life will be on at 7. Hey, Newfound Drones just pushed a video. Shores of Newfoundland. I just got an alert for, so I'll have to take a look at that a little later on. I plan on sitting back and eating dinner and watching some videos that I haven't had a chance to catch up on. I've been up since 3 a.m., so I'm not frazzled yet, but I know as soon as food hits the belly, it's a wrap.
You get that food coma going.
Well, it's not that, but I find myself, I'll be sitting on the phone talking with Herman and supposedly doing stuff on the computer,
Blame
but
it on
not
me.
really doing anything.
Well,
You know?
I tried to edit the same clip 4 times last night. Okay. I kept on missing that out point, right? I hit the in point and I'm looking, and the next thing I know, I'm like, where the hell? And back again. Until by the 5th time I gave up. I said it was time.
Well, as long as you don't
Get
put
this
it
out.
down twice, you're good.
Yeah, no, so it was like, I kept on missing that out point. I was like, geez.
Night Train has a video of FPV, has an FPV video. It flew over 100 miles per hour.
No, it didn't. It flew 99 miles an hour. So it was completely compliant with FAA guidelines. So yeah, got to watch that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the speedometer only goes up to 99 miles.
Yeah. So anything above that don't count. Okay.
So who's having a meetup in April? I hear that Ray Kelly's trying to instigate another meetup. Just my boss, pain in the ass boss. Oh, well, I don't know.
Well, everybody's got a boss, right? So
yeah, this is true.
yeah, everybody's got a boss. I try to keep mine as happy as possible. Happy boss, happy life.
Happy boss don't cost.
Well, and they can be costly. Okay.
Yeah, this is true. This is very true.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
Let's
I don't know
turn
what's
back
going
up.
on in the world of drones outside of New York City, other than the fact that I want to start seeing some guys' progress videos, and I would appreciate it because someone showing their progress it's first of all, it's humbling, because then when you go back to look at it after you've learned how to do it well, you almost cringe, but it's a learning process. We were all there with camera drones. You remember, Tom, that first time you took off your drone, your heart was pounding, the adrenaline was flowing. Well, FPV is that times 10.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's what I like about it is the exhilaration. Okay.
Yeah.
The ground hugging exhilaration. I came up a desert road, and there was a pickup truck going down the road, and I blew right by him, zipped around, came right back the other way with him waving out the window. So I mean,
Okay. See, sounds like you're having fun. Now, which
Yeah,
controller do you prefer?
To the
Which controller do you prefer?
To film with
the original?
the RC and to play the motion controller. But I'm finding now that I'm starting to get much smoother flight with the motion controller now. Okay. Because it's so much easier to coordinate your movements. Okay, because you're working off the same axis basically. So it's a lot easier to roll, to pitch and yaw into a turn, okay, to get it the way you want.
Right.
And to stick it through a turn. Not that I'm not capable of doing that. But
Herman calls it 2-finger flying.
Yeah, well, that's what we're doing with the RC, right? We whether you're a thumber, a pincher, or now with this, I'm a wanker. Okay. Except when I tell you, man, it flies really weird when you fly it this way, though. Okay, so don't fly it that way. Okay.
What's that, Herman?
You can fly a drone in fluid movement with 2 sticks. You can fly it and make your turn, 2-stick movement. Sometimes, when guys first starting out, they'll fly
coordinated turns.
They square off.
So same thing in manned aircraft, right? You're flying you're basically flying with your feet and your hands. Okay.
True.
So you learn over time, like you said, muscle memory. That's why using a sim is great. And it doesn't have to be DJI sim. You can plug in your controller and use other sims, by the way. Okay. But you got to get that muscle memory to where you can coordinate those turns and make the right movements with them. Okay. So, you know, what I'm doing now, I mean, I'm tweaking my settings. I'm looking for that smooth cinematic flight in certain modes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to tune that in right now. And I got
Okay.
nothing but real estate out here to do that with.
Right.
You know, so that's what I'm having fun with.
Hey,
it,
drone
man.
shots. Well, see, the thing is, and this applies with any drone, brand new, old, used, whatever. When you first fly it, you can't tell or know what that drone does until you learn to feel that drone
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
see what she can do. I'm not saying shoot out off the ground like a bat out of hell, like some of the
No,
people we know.
but you know what? The great thing about what we're doing now is the fact that you have YouTube to fall back on. I mean, look, Billy just hit 100,000 subs, right? God bless him, because
Yeah.
Billy puts out some great content. Like, if you want to learn, go back to any of these drones, go back in time. Billy's got a my favorite settings video out there.
Yeah.
The kid is very consistent, right? So you want to go tune. Look, if you just bought a Mavic 2 Pro from somebody, okay, you can go check out Billy's channel and find where Billy gave you a front to back on that drone and gave you settings A through Z on that drone. That's the great thing about YouTube. You know, you can experience that. When I first saw Aldrin Anastasio on Flight Path show the controller, when I saw Billy show the controller, I was excited because I had ordered the controller. I knew when that controller came out, I was buying it. Because remember, he's the knucklehead who bought the Flyability Aviator. Okay, so
well, listen,
I knew what I was looking for. I knew what I was.
I saw that as a possible good source.
Yeah,
it
was just poorly implemented.
A
right,
little more developing.
Yeah. And the thing is, knowing, I was real excited because the motion controller was built by DJI for DJI, so I knew it would work with DJI's product. Okay.
True.
Unlike a third-party product where, you know, maybe you don't have that full integration. It's not part of the ecosystem, so to speak. But it is, to me, it's a game changer. You know, I have a neighbor out here who is who's an amputee, and he from the elbow down, and he keeps on asking me, is there any way I could fly a drone one-handed? And up to this point, really, what was the answer? So this is a possibility. Now, would I recommend this as somebody's first drone? No, I wouldn't. And I told him that. I said, but as innovative as this drone is, it's only the start, not the finish. Right. So I do see the ability for people to fly this that maybe can't handle a conventional RC, and that would be great, man. You know, providing accessibility to people is what we should be looking at.
Okay.
I agree. Well, anyway, it's 6:28, and we're gonna get the hell out of here.
Where are we going?
So only because my eyes are burning and my stomach is. I need.
That's we can hear it. I can hear it in my. Those were the noises. I thought we were going to have a reenactment of Alien here.
No, man, no.
Okay.
That's my stomach saying, "Feed me, Seymour."
Yeah.
But we appreciate you all for coming. We always appreciate all of you for coming, and maybe we'll get Ray Kelly on here. I want to have Ray Kelly on here on Those Guys one weekend coming up very soon. I'm going to hit him up and then see what his schedule's like and see what's happening. I think Val's Life is going live after this, or maybe Paul, Mary, or maybe Canadian Drone Hub. But somebody will go live. You guys
gotta watch Paul's channel, talk him into buying the next drone you want.
Thank you. Angie, thank you very much.
7. Paul will be on tomorrow night.
Yes.
Yeah, tomorrow night at 5 or in the morning. I don't know. They're on all the time, but
Thank you much for the support.
check for Paul at 5.
Hit
5
that thumbs up button before you leave tonight. It would
Yes,
be
yes.
greatly
You got
appreciated.
anything to say, Tom, before we get out of here? Do a drop?
No, just, hey, everybody stay safe. Enjoy yourselves. Fly responsibly. Have a good time.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
treat each other the right way.
Yes, please be
yes.
nice.
Fly safe, be even safer.
Hey guys, and don't forget to check me out on Wednesday night. We got something a little
Wednesday
nice
night.
going on for you guys over
Yes, Herman's 100th show is coming up soon, so he's going to have a giveaway, a camera drone giveaway of some type or sort. Anyway, Sunday Nights with Those Guys is sponsored by
there.
Those Guys.
Guys.
And we appreciate you. Everyone have a great evening. And I said my
Don't
saying
listen to him with
matters.
that camera drone giveaway because that's
Again, he's so divisive, Herman. He's just so divisive.
I don't know.
Well,
what that
it won't
is.
include FPV pilots.
No. I don't do the segregation.
Anybody can win.
Anybody can win. You come to the channel, you come over here to hang out, you can win.
Anyway, hit him up Wednesday night and ask him what the hell is he giving away, and we'll find out.
Don't worry about
Everyone
what
have a
you're
great
doing.
evening. Thank you. I
Peace and love.
was saying,
Peace
trying
and
to
love.
say be safe, fly safer, but I said fly safe, be safer.
Yeah,
Tomato,
whatever.
It
tomato.
works both ways.
Yes.
There you go.
Good
Either
night,
way.
guys.
Good
Thanks
night,
for the
everybody.
support.
Take care, all.